What do I said? I said good morning. Good morning. Yes, that is how it's supposed to be. Good morning and welcome to the station of Beulah Multimedia. Good morning and welcome to the studio of Beulah Multimedia in the Upper East region, Boku West District, Lamboya. Alright, so we thank you so much. You are blessed this morning for being part of this show. And that is how it's supposed to be. It is a wonderful day, or it is a surpriseful hour. Oh, it is very good. For getting an opportunity to live up to this hour. Okay, so as usual, it is your host, Reverend Dr. Samson is my name. And we are here this morning once again to bring you nothing but the best. And this is our morning show. Don't forget, yesterday we told you that today our program will be an English show. So we are continuing with our morning show this morning. And I'm here with my young, energetic brother, very fantastic brother. A guy that when I don't see him, I feel that part of my body is lost. When I don't see him, I see and I feel like half of my body is not there. He's just a brother to me. He's more than a brother to me. And he's here with me. And he's called Mr. Isaka Latif. Okay, so we are here to discuss about the morning show. Don't forget that yesterday we told you that these days our crops, or even especially the youth, they don't want to involve themselves in the crop. They don't want to involve themselves in farming activities. And all the reason is that when they got themselves into the farming activities, they got lost or they don't get anything in the farming. Right? We don't know. Maybe there is a particular way of farming so that you can be able to get it, or yes, that they don't know the formula of farming. We don't know. Right, so the police have come back a bit near baby. Near Toma. I want to tell you, Sema. Sina ime program can continue to Mulan and Nasa like at a babon. Matime Apo Moquena Laconoke. Bozugo, Seba Kebaza, ability, Kaikosa. Genola, nothing Nasa Lazubera. Alright, so without wasting my time, I will go to Studio B and just welcome my brother into the station so that we'll continue with our program this morning. Alright, so that we continue our program this morning. Charlie, that is how it is. Alright, so Charlie, you're welcome to the station of Beulah Multimedia.
Welcome to you.
Good, thank you. Let me just acknowledge my listeners and then my viewers that when you want to view us, you can just click on Beulah Multimedia. And then the name is Beulah, Beula. And then you add Multimedia, then you add GH. You press, it will send you to either YouTube or Facebook or TikTok. And then when you get there, the best thing for you to do is to subscribe and then share and like for us. That is the most important thing. Okay. I think we need. Right, so here is Beulah Multimedia. Somebody might have asked, where is Beulah Multimedia located? We are located in the Upper East region, Boku West District, Lamboya community. That is where we are. After Star Oil, you just see a nice pool and a nice building, and that is where we are. For now, we are doing a lot of programs here, and then this morning we are here to continue with our morning show. Our main topic for this morning is to discuss about. Alright, so our main program for this morning is to discuss about the issues concerning about farming. I think these days a lot of young men don't want to involve themselves in the farming activities, and the reason is that when they got themselves involved, they don't get anything in it. They get lost. We don't know whether they don't farm it at the particular season or in a good season, or what they are supposed to do, they don't do. Well, I have a brother here, and then I'll be going to him to welcome him, and also once again to Mr. Latif. You're welcome once again.
Yeah, thank you very much, Reverend.
All right. So as I said earlier, this morning our topic is about farming. Well, without wasting my time, I will ask you, how to your understanding, how do you understand the word farming, and how do you think? Do you feel like the young men should still involve themselves in the farming activities, or they should still continue dodging from the farming activities?
Okay, before let me thank our listeners, our cherished listeners out there, and also thank my very good friend Gamdi inside Zebla, just near Capitol Lorry Station. I say good morning to you and your workers. Also to my family members, the entire family in Zebla Kabarabu, I say good morning to you and to all loved ones. I was saying, all those who are doing the listening and the viewing, all, you shouldn't forget to share. You like us, share, subscribe, and also pass your comments so that we can see that people are really appreciating what we are doing. Or if there is corrections, we correct ourselves, because this platform is being built to what? Build Kusal land. So we want contribution. If there are certain things we think, if we add, it could have made the program more attractive, you can bring it out. Everything, all your comments are welcomed, because every day I keep on sharing the WhatsApp link so that each and every one of us can also share our contribution through that WhatsApp link, so that we can all get what is happening. So as of now, let me go straight to the point, being the issue of farming. When you look at farming, somebody may sit down and say farming is just about weeding or the practice of what crops alone. No, farming goes beyond crops. But what we are doing now, our basic target is on the crops. For now, we will go to the other side, because we have the animal farming and the crop production, or the animals production and the crop production. These two are the main types of farming. So as of now, we look at how these farmings are being practiced. So we decided to pick the topic being crops production or crops farming. How can we grow our crops in our district, within the district, within the region, within the country, so that we can have a better yield at the end of the year or the season. You know, coming back to our part here, which is the upper east, or let me say the northern part. In fact, we have only one season. And the remaining season is those who can practice irrigation. So our only one season to, when it comes, everybody must partake. Almost 98% of people living in the north practice farming, whether the person is a lawyer, a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, a radio presenter, whoever the person is. When it gets to this time, especially when it gets to April, May, June, July, that season is for what? Crop production. In this part of our country. And let us narrow it back to what? Our Kusag land here. When you send it back to Kusag land here, there is something that is hindering our crop production development. And that issue is, first, our animals. We let our animals to interfere in our farming activity. You know, the rainy season, you just look at what happened just this month. Let me say this month, this July. What happened? We had a severe drought. Most people that sow their maize and they germinated and they are growing, or those who did that for the first rainfall, they almost cut them off.
So now the topic is that how do we benefit? That is the main topic. How do we benefit from the farming? Because the young men nowadays don't want to involve themselves in the farming.
Yes. The issue is the young men are not benefiting from the farming. Why do they not benefit from the farming? The issue is if they cultivate the land, they will have to use money first to plow it. Then they will pick people to sow. And at the end, somebody will leave the animal by not tying them. Then these animals will go and graze them all out. At the end, the person will get nothing.
Okay.
2, the season also begins and we delay.
Okay.
We delay in farming. So when we delay in farming, at the end, we don't get the yield we are supposed to get.
Okay.
So with that one, it doesn't motivate the youth to get into what? The farming.
Okay.
So what I will urge the entire people here to do is that when the season just sets in, we just get the first rainfall, the second, we should begin to what? Tie our animals. We should begin to what? Plow, so that we can sow our crops, so that they can also grow well, whatever being the case. Now, somebody will say, what if I sow it faster or earlier, and then the rain stops? What will happen?
Okay.
In fact, the issue is, it's not about you sowing it late or fast. We look at the particular time. Those that sowed and then their crops spoiled, it wasn't that they did it faster. Some did it, but their crops are still existing.
Okay.
So we shouldn't take that to be an excuse.
Okay.
Also, we have climatic change. These climatic change are certain things that also destroy our rainfall, have an effect in our rainfall.
Okay.
So that one is a natural thing, so we cannot say anything about it.
Okay.
The only thing is we shouldn't forget to continue practicing what? Afforestation. Okay. The deforestation in Ghana, precisely Upper East and Boku West District, I think is too much.
Okay.
We have less forest, but we practice our deforestation, the cutting of trees for firewood, for charcoal, for timber and other things is a lot.
Okay.
So we should what? Try to what? Minimize it.
Okay.
Even if we cut, we should replace it, which is what the Englishman will say afforestation.
All right.
Yes.
So let me ask you this question. What I want to also continue to ask you is that these days our young men, and then especially the farming, those who are involved in the farming, they used to complain a lot that they don't get benefit because they use a lot of money to buy fertilizer. So how do you think they are supposed to do so that in the absence of fertilizer, their crops can be able to germinate and grow well?
Yes. We have made our land to become so weak.
Okay.
To the extent that if we don't apply fertilizer, dog, do you know something?
Okay.
I can't remember last year.
Okay.
I decided to divide a portion of my farmland to sow a particular maize, apply organic manure. In fact, do you know something?
Okay.
Though the maize grew well, but the production was very low.
Okay.
The issue was that because the seedlings is being affected by what? Fertilizer.
Okay.
So no matter how you apply the organic, even it will bear the fruit. The fruit will bear well, but it will not be as the one we apply fertilizer. And this is the issue whereby fertilizer prices have increased. If you don't have up to 400 Ghana cedis, you can get a bag of fertilizer, or 320 Ghana cedis you can get for the subsidized one. No, you look at this. So if I'm going to spend money to spray weedicide, that's weedicide.
Okay.
Then I pick money to plow, pick money for them to sow, pick money to buy the weedicide again, spray. That's the selection one.
Okay.
Then I do all these things. I have to apply fertilizer. Then at the end, I spend like 1,000 Ghana cedis in the farming activity. Okay. Then at the end, I get 2 bags of maize or 3 bags of maize.
Okay.
If a bag is costing, let's say,
all right. So
3,500.
What I mean is that so now, what are the advice you are supposed to give it to this our local farmers? You know, at the olden days, what I understand about farming is that our parents or our grandparents, they don't involve themselves in the organic fertilizer or whatsoever we call.
Yeah.
But yet their crops will be able to do well. So what are some of the advice you are supposed to give it to our brothers and sisters, especially the local farmers? Because now we don't have any more local rice again.
Yeah.
The local rices and then the local what and what have turned into fertilizer. Because it has gained to extent that the people thought maybe if they farm maize or whatsoever and they didn't apply the fertilizer, it will not be good.
Yes.
So what are the advice you are giving to those people?
Right. We can improve our soil fertility.
Okay.
By practicing what we call mulching.
Okay.
When we practice mulching, it will help. Or we practice something we call shifting cultivation.
Okay.
Or we do crop rotation. Somebody will ask, what is mulching?
Okay.
What is shifting cultivation?
Okay.
What is crop rotation?
Okay.
These are farming practices. One, the mulching, like after we finish harvesting,
okay,
we hear what we can do in the mulching is after we finish harvesting, we leave the leaves, the sticks, and the weeds that have grown.
Yes, that is the stalks.
Yeah, we have to leave them.
Yes, we call them stalks.
Those stalks are supposed to be left at the farmland.
Okay.
So that even if you can, if you have,
okay,
you can plow,
okay,
so that the soil will cover it.
Okay.
Because you finish harvesting, you have finished harvesting, and sometimes there will be still rainfall.
Okay.
So when you plow on it,
okay,
these stalks will get rotten,
okay,
and they improve the soil fertility,
okay,
and also the soil living organisms in the soil. Some will also get strength to develop,
okay,
to also allow nitrogen to be enough in the soil, okay, for crop growth. Okay. 2, the crop rotation. You know that I'm sowing beans here. Okay. Beans will add nitrogen to the soil. Okay. So next year you can use that particular land you use for beans, okay, for maize. Oh, okay. Then the one you use for maize last year, you use that one for what? The okay, beans. So if you do this rotation program, okay, it will help. Okay. Then the shifting cultivation is when you also have enough land. Okay. That one is when you have enough land. Okay. You can sow maize here. Then next year, what you sow this year, you will not touch it. You just leave it. Okay. To be as a fallow period. Okay. So that next time you use it. So you leave that one and go and farm a different portion. Okay. For your maize. Then the following year you leave that place, go to a different. So by the time you go back to the first one, okay, it has regained its fertility. Okay. With this, our soil will become strong and we can generate a lot of what harvest at the end of the season. Okay. So the young ones, to practice this, we see it to be difficult. Okay. So the only thing is, I think if I leave and go to my Galamsey at the farming season, I move to Galamsey. Okay. When I come back, I can buy enough bags of what? Okay. Maize, enough bag of what? Rice, enough bag of what? Soya beans, enough bag of what? So in conclusion, what do you mean is that if we have been able to manage our land very well, we won't be buying fertilizer. Yes. That means our own land can be able to produce fertilizer. Our own land, okay, is perfect. Okay. But the issue is we just want enough. And also to that issue, our land getting us fertilizer, if we want to get our seed back, okay, the seed that will not have any resistance to what fertilizer and other things, okay, we should try and get a portion. Okay. Then we sow a particular, just put some small maize and sow them there, or rice, we sow them there. Then when they grow and they bear fruit, okay, we leave them and use that one for our seedlings. Okay. That's why we don't apply fertilizer. When you do that, the following year, when you use them to sow, okay, when you don't apply fertilizer, it will do better. Okay. But when you keep on using the one with the fertilizer, okay, in fact, there is no way. Like you go to the market, okay, and buy those that they sell in the market. I'm not saying that they shouldn't buy from the market, or I'm not spoiling somebody's market. Okay. But the issue is, if you think you have the money to buy fertilizer, okay, you can buy that one. But if you don't have the money to buy fertilizer and you buy that one, it is going to affect, although it will grow well, okay, to grow normal, to grow tall, the leaves will be too green, and everything will be enough for it to bear fruit. Okay. But it will not bear as you applying fertilizer. Okay. So if we try to get that, then we manage those seedlings, and the following year we use it it will not. It will be like fertilizer-free seedlings.
Okay.
So when it germinates and you don't even apply fertilizer, it will grow,
Okay.
and we can get that. Or better, we can go to SAF. Like down SAF, most of the areas, like if you go to Western North region, those side like this, when they are sowing, most of them don't add fertilizer. So their seed are very, very good.
Okay.
So we can get that one and bring it here. When we sow and we don't apply fertilizer, I think it will do. The only thing is we should try to improve our soil fertility.
Okay.
That is all.
Okay.
So what I will tell in conclusion, my conclusion is that the youth in Boku West, the youth in Kusak, the youth in Upper East and in Ghana, we should try to what? Involve ourselves into what? Farming. Because it was a young guy that won the best farmer of the year.
Okay.
That was last year.
Okay.
So it's a young guy. So we can equally do that. We should try. Because if you do that, it will help.
So in this sector, we scientists and then, yes, and according to our farming, we understand, and doctors also, we understand that when we take natural food, it even cure diseases in our body and also help us to live long. And here is the case that we don't have any local food more again. Everything has become fertilizer. So what advice are you giving to farmers who still keep on, even when they grow okra, they are giving fertilizer, when they grow onion and then everything? It's like today, anything they plant, they have to put fertilizer. So what advice are you giving to those people?
You see, the issue of this is very, very, very dangerous.
Okay.
That is why each and every day there is new outbreak of what? Diseases and other infections. These fertilizers, we don't know what they use them to.
Okay.
Like what they used to do fertilizer.
Okay.
Most of the time.
Okay.
Some of them are being exported from outside. You don't know what they use.
Very, very toxic
and
poisonous.
They are very poisonous.
Okay.
Because if you read some of their lessons, you could realize that they are telling you that it can take like 20 years before the power will even leave the land and other things.
Yes.
So with this, and you take it. Let's use our cocoa, for example. When we started, or when we began using fertilizer for cocoa. Now, in Ghana, I can say the areas in which they were harvesting cocoa enough. Now, most of them are dead. About 50% or 60% are not dead, and they are now replacing.
And that is Sehui.
And that is Sehui, which is the Western North region.
Yes.
So this issue, my advice is we should try. We should try and then avoid the fertilizer application.
Too much.
The issue is that we shouldn't just say, don't just say that Beulah Multimedia presenters are against fertilizer operators. No, we want the safety first.
Yes.
We have to what? Protect ourselves. We have to protect ourselves. We have to prevent ourselves from certain issues. That is why today we see at the age of 25, 30, 40. Then the person cannot produce well. A young guy at the age of 25, you want a supportive help or
maybe manpower
or
so
man
he can
booster.
be able to go to his wife
because
he cannot more.
These are the things. Like we take all the food we take, they are affected by our fertilizer
So
and other chemicals.
It is like the whole of our body is
Maggi.
Okay.
We take Maggi Keep
Okay.
in a lot of Maggi Keep. Not knowing that the olden days, my father would tell me that they use this what do you call them? The dawa dawa.
Okay. Yes.
For soup, and it is very nice.
Yes,
today,
and very nutritious.
Somebody told me just today, this morning, that like if he's eating and then there's no Maggi in the soup or in the stew,
he cannot eat.
He doesn't feel any taste.
Oh.
No matter what meat they add it, he will not have any taste.
And he's
so
a man.
we should yes, it's a man.
Okay.
And I know my father have ever used Maggi Keep to castrate a bull.
Yes. Okay. Wow.
So if Maggi Keep can castrate a bull, a sheep, a goat, what of you human being?
Yes.
So automatically we are being castrated.
Okay. So
then we will be moving around. They say themselves, but we can't work.
Okay.
The bull are the one they castrate it. You see the testicle.
Okay.
It will be there. But the bull cannot do anything.
Okay, so what you mean is that eating too much of fertilizer food plus the Maggi, and that is the reason why today most sicknesses are there, different sicknesses, and then the men too cannot produce. That is what you actually mean.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So thank you so much. The question I want to ask you right now is that we have talked a lot. We have talked a lot. And then I quite remember last year, just every year, not only last year, Rain discovered a lot of things in, especially this our Boku West district and then Binduri. Yes, that is those who were near to the Black Volta. What are the advice you are giving to the people who are near to the Black Volta?
Right. This question, like if this my honorable man,
okay,
Mr. Martin Arukus, were
okay,
to be around, he could have been the best person,
okay,
to give in depth of the question you have asked. But
okay,
I can also ask something.
okay.
It doesn't mean that if an expert is not there,
okay,
the normal person can also add something. So my feel and my experience in this is that last year, 2020.
Okay.
The flood destroyed a lot of crops.
Yes.
Almost all.
Even including human beings.
Correct.
Okay.
And animals. So the issue is those who are farming along that coast should make sure that they shouldn't go closer to the banks of the river.
Okay.
They shouldn't farm closer to it. They should give a distance.
Okay.
So that even if there will be flood, the flood will not destroy a lot of them.
Okay.
They should give some distance. And also, if they are there, anytime they see that there is an action of rainfall or a symptom or a sign showing that rain is about to fall, they should try to leave the farm. Because your life first. If you are there and then you are being taken by this or you are being drawn by the running water or the flood, who will take care of your family that you are struggling to feed? So we should try as much as possible to distance ourselves from the coast, and also make sure that we respond to what signs of what rainfall alongside the river. Because in fact, what I saw last 2 years, it was very, 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 very abysmal.
All right, so let me just give you one more music and then so that I'll come back to Studio B and we continue. Yes, what do Kwame Eugene say? Okay, so Charlie, that is how it is. Here is Beulah Multimedia. Yes, here is Beulah Multimedia. So the little thing I will tell you is that if you want to watch us, or if you are outside there and you are watching us or you are listening to us, you are listening to us on Beulah Multimedia GA. So you just type BEULA, then you add Multimedia Ghana. That is all. You just type, and then you enter into our platform. That is where you begin to listen to us. So we thank you so much and good morning. A nice good morning to you. And also welcome to Beulah Multimedia in the Upper East Region, Zebila, Boku West District, Lamboya. So we thank you so much. That is a brother, Mr. Latif. You heard all right from him. And then we discussed a lot. I quite remember, we have a lot issues to discuss about the farming, but our time is limited. Once our time is limited, we also limit everything here. So we are just pleading with you. We are just pleading with you that you just make a time with Beulah Multimedia GA. So you just type. The best thing you should do for us is to subscribe. Please, when you type Beulah Multimedia GA, try and subscribe for us. I think that's the most important thing we want. After subscribing, try to share the link and also like it. Your comment is very important to us. Yes, so your comment is very, very important to us. Your host for this morning is Reverend Dr. Samson. That is my name for now. Alright, so let me just quickly go back to Studio B once again, and then welcome Mr. Latif back once again. Charlie, you're welcome back once again.
Alright.
I think in conclusion, what do you have for our dear farmers?
Okay, what I would say is that there is more hope.
Okay.
Those who have lost their crops during the short drought, they shouldn't be discouraged.
Okay.
They should keep on because others are still sowing. So they should keep on. They shouldn't be miscarried and other things. They should have hope because there is more hope. God knows the best. This is a climatic change that has happened. It has never happened. Even if it has happened, there was an improvement. So I know that So far as it has happened this way,
Okay.
the rain will go far. It will get to October, even if possible November.
Okay.
We will still have some rains
Okay.
to support our crops to grow.
So that means,
so they shouldn't lose hope.
okay.
They shouldn't lose hope.
Okay.
And more to the point,
Okay.
this season after harvesting, we shouldn't forget that
Okay.
burning is not allowed.
Okay.
If we burn, we are not going to gain anything.
Yes.
So we should practice this mulching and other things.
Okay.
Leave the stalks, the weeds around.
Okay.
Let them be there.
Yes.
If you can plow, you plow it.
Okay.
If you can't, leave it so that the following year when you are plowing, don't bend, don't pick them out of the listen. Even you see, sometimes even the plowing, I say, if we want, we could have just leave it, just weed it, and leave the stalk, or just leave the weeds, so that we just plant it. When we just plant them, or we just sow it, and then they germinate, we begin to weed around it, and we should try to avoid excess use of what? Chemicals in farming. We should try to avoid the excess use.
I think today you have let me understand that the reason why most men cannot produce and then they can also go to their wives and then everything, mostly it's coming from the chemicals. The chemicals were taken, the fertilizer, and then
all chemicals
all the
in general
chemicals were being taken.
Yes.
Or even including Maggie Keep.
Yes.
All right. So I will just give you a name, doctor.
I'm not a doctor. It's only that. The letter is what I imagine or I think that is what is happening. I'm not just concluding that is it.
That is according to research, or that is your mind?
Yes, that is my IQ. What my IQ is telling me. Because I'm seeing it to be so. But I haven't had any research, or I haven't made any research concerning that issue.
I'm a doctor, and I could tell you that it is a research. And it is a truth. Right, so
you can confirm
yes,
that.
I can confirm
the only thing is,
yes,
I can just best say they should try to avoid that.
When we are going to talk about Maggie Keep, it will take a long period of time here. Maggie Keep only come to Africa because in the olden days, in the Africans, they only consider that we are poor, and we are finding it difficult to get meat in our soup. So there was a one man who sat down and planned that Maggie Keep might have helped us one day, because when we put that one in our soup, it will begin to have some different tastes in the soup.
To make the food more palatable.
So when the man began to bring it at the first time, he succeeded. Then he realized that Africans is the place whereby Maggie Keep can be able to be sold. So they brought them to Africa. So we, the black especially, we are the people who are focusing much on Maggie Keep. So it is very poisonous and then toxic. For that one, they know. Even the one who brought the Maggie Keep, he know very well. So that one is just a fact. Just a fact. Even if you ask me right now, so bring the proof, I can be able to prove you. Right. So we thank you so much. And then
so Reverend Doctor, I want to just use this opportunity to thank all our listeners that are viewing us and those who are listening to us too. And also to tell them that they shouldn't forget to subscribe, to share, like us, comment, and also what I said the last time. Beulah Multimedia is a media house that has come to the country to uplift new talented people. People that are talented, that have the skill, they can do spirit. Those that are possessing certain hidden talents and they need some push. They should let us know. We can publish them here. We can make them popular through our media platforms. We can make them popular through that. And we want our country to become bigger and then grow faster like other developed countries.
All right, so thank you so much. And then your mic is on. That is it. That is Beulah Multimedia. So we'll thank our dear brother Mr. Latif so much for being part of this show this morning. Right, no also forgetting to say very good morning to our dear Wallet. Wallet, you are being part of our platform. We say very big good morning to you and to all your members. Also forgetting to say very big good morning to all our dear listeners, to all all of you who are subscribing and who are listening to us, who are watching us, we say a very big good morning to you. You are watching us live on Beulah Multimedia GA in the Upper East region, Beulah Boku West District. So we thank you so much and we'll say goodbye to you. Then tomorrow we'll be here with you once again. So just subscribe and like it for us. It is Beulah Multimedia GA. You just spell BEULA. BEULA. Don't add H, please. BEULA. Then you add multimedia. Then you add GH. If you want to go to YouTube or Facebook, it is the same name, Beulah Multimedia GH Ghana. Or when you want to go to TikTok, Instagram, wheresoever you go, it is Beulah Multimedia Ghana. Thank you so much and have a nice and a wonderful hour. Tomorrow we'll meet once again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And tomorrow is P. Wachana P. And then Tia Bushan for Beulah Multimedia. Yedamo Ediakra. Yedamina Assi.